Warning: the following video may contain language that is not suitable for children and social justice warrior snowflakes, prudes, or virtue signalers. I received a heads-up call this morning from Stony Stone as I was having my morning coffee, advising me that the Ecuadorian embassy allowed Assange to be arrested, allegedly for a payoff of $3 million. Queries using DuckDuckGo and Twitter have yielded a bunch of articles from various sources that confirm this as factual. A tweet from Sajid Javid says, "Nearly 7 years after entering the Ecuadorian embassy, I can confirm Julian Assange is now in police custody and rightly facing justice in the UK. I would like to thank Ecuador for its cooperation and at Met Police UK for its professionalism. No one is above the law." Nobody's above the law, huh? How about this pedivore queen who's been linked to about a dozen missing kids in the UK and their satanic ritual abuse sacrifices that they do with their satanic Baphomet shit? How about this one? And how about George W. Bush and his father before him with wars in Afghanistan protecting the poppy fields and their drug trade that's been going on since the Korean War? How about these people? How about them? They're above the law. And how about this testicle-faced motherfucker over here who single-handedly brought down entire economies in Europe, whose own country has a death warrant out for him? And how about this piece of shit over here, Traitor 44, fake president for 8 years? And how about this piece of shit over here who exonerated somebody before he even made an investigation? This is disgusting. Do you want to know how and why some people are above the law? See my video, Above the Law, and from my website at Net4Truth USA. The links are in the description section. But I digress. And here we have an article from the Telegraph News that was dated today. Julian Assange charged by U.S. for computer-related offenses after being forcibly removed by Ecuadorian embassy. We have a video here that we'll get to in a minute. Julian Assange has been charged by the U.S. for computer-related offenses after he was arrested by the Metropolitan Police earlier today. He has now been found guilty in a UK court for skipping bail. Whoop-de-doo. And let's remember what that bail was for. It was for a bullshit sex crime that had been dropped over 2 years ago. Now let's go over the timeline for Julian Assange's stay at the Ecuadorian embassy. August 2010, the Swedish prosecutor's office first issues an arrest warrant for Mr. Assange. It says there are 2 separate allegations, one of rape and one of molestation. Mr. Assange says the claims are without basis. December 2010, Mr. Assange is arrested in London and bailed at the second attempt. May 2012, the UK Supreme Court rules he should be extradited to Sweden to face questioning over the allegations. June 2012, Mr. Assange enters the Ecuadorian embassy in London. August 2012, Ecuador grants asylum to Mr. Assange, saying there are fears his human rights might be violated if he is extradited. August 2015, Swedish prosecutors dropped their investigation into 2 allegations, one of sexual molestation and one of unlawful coercion, because they have run out of time to question him, but he still faces the more serious accusation of rape. Not for nothing, Julian Assange doesn't look like somebody who needs to rape anybody. Just saying. October 2015. Metropolitan Police announces that officers will no longer be stationed outside the Ecuadorian embassy. February 2016. A UN panel rules that Mr. Assange has been arbitrarily detained by UK and Swedish authorities since 2010. What the fuck the United Nations got to do with anything is beyond me. May 2017. Sweden's Director of Public Prosecutions announces that the rape investigation into Mr. Assange is being dropped. The UK and Ecuador confirmed they are holding ongoing talks over the fate of Mr. Assange. October 2018. Mr. Assange is given a set of house rules by the Ecuadorian embassy. October 2018. It is revealed that he is to launch legal action against the government of Ecuador, accusing it of violating his fundamental rights and freedoms. December 2018. Mr. Assange's lawyer rejects an agreement announced by the Ecuador's president to see him leave the Ecuadorian embassy. February 2019. Australia grants Mr. Assange a new passport amid fears Ecuador may bring his asylum to an end. April 2019. The Metropolitan Police detain him for failing to surrender to the court over a warrant issued in 2012. August 2010. Julian Assange arrives in Sweden on a speaking trip partly arranged by Miss A, a member of the Christian Association of Social Democrats. He has not met Miss A before, but reports suggest they have arranged in advance that they can stay in her apartment while she is out of town for a few days. August 2010. Miss A and Mr. Assange attend a seminar by Social Democrats' Brotherhood Movement on War and the Role of Media, at which the WikiLeaks founder is the key speaker. The two reportedly have sex that night. 17th August 2010. Mr. Assange reportedly has sex with a woman he met at the seminar on 14th of August, identified as Miss W. Sometime between 17 and 20 August, Miss W and Miss A are in contact and apparently share with a journalist the concerns they have about aspects of their respective sexual encounters with Mr. Assange. 18th of August 2010. Mr. Assange applies for a residence permit to live and work in Sweden. He hopes to create a base for WikiLeaks there because of the country's laws protecting whistleblowers. 20 August 2010. The Swedish prosecutor's office issues a warrant for Mr. Assange's arrest based on allegations of rape and molestation. Both women reportedly say that what started as consensual sex became non-consensual. Well, isn't that, haven't we heard that before? WikiLeaks quotes Mr. Assange as saying the accusations are without basis and that their appearance at this moment is deeply disturbing. A later message on the WikiLeaks Twitter feed says the group has been warned to expect dirty tricks. 21st August 2010. The arrest warrant is withdrawn. I don't think there is reason to suspect that he has committed rape, says one of the Stockholm's chief prosecutors, Eva Finn. Prosecutors say the investigation into the molestation allegation will continue, but it is not a serious enough crime for an arrest warrant. The lawyer for the two women, Claes Brogstrom, lodges an appeal to a special department in the prosecutor's office. I'll leave a link in the description for this article. You can look at this for yourself, but this sounds like, smells like, looks like, appears to be a setup by the deep state to do away with Julian Assange because he exposed the biggest crime syndicate on the planet. The biggest crime syndicate on the planet is teetering on the edge of destruction because of this hero, this man who I believe was instrumental in saving the planet from a techno-Nazi dictatorship. It's about to fall down around him, and isn't it a coincidence that all of this shit is happening on the eve of the FISA D-class? I rest my case. The WikiLeaks founder faces possible extradition to the U.S. after being expelled from the Ecuadorian embassy, where he was hiding as a fugitive for 7 years. The Metropolitan Police confirmed the 47-year-old was arrested in response to an extradition warrant by the U.S., as well as for his bail offenses in the U.K. Judge Michael Snow at Westminster Magistrates Court found Assange guilty of failing to surrender, calling him a narcissist, and suggesting his representations in court have been shameful, and the claim he has not had a fair hearing was laughable. He has sent Assange for sentencing at the Crown Court, and if guilty, he faces a jail sentence of up to 12 months. He will next appear in court on the 2nd of May by video link on the extradition matter. He will next appear on the bail offense at Southwark Crown Court on a date to be announced. The U.S. Department of Justice confirmed he has been charged with computer crimes and added in a statement that if convicted, he will face up to 5 years in prison. The statement revealed that criminal charges against Mr. Assange linked to his role in the release of sensitive diplomatic cables in 2010. Mr. Assange was accused of helping Chelsea Manning, the ex-intelligence analyst in the U.S. Army, to break a password to a classified U.S. government computer. Cracking the password would allow Manning to log on onto different usernames, according to U.S. prosecutors, lowering the chance of getting caught. Mr. Assange is also accused of having actively encouraged Manning to leak more classified information. He once wrote to Manning that, quote, "Curious eyes never run dry in my experience," end quote, when told there was no more material left to reveal, according to the indictment. U.S. prosecutors said Mr. Assange faces a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and is considered innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. For the trial to be heard in America, Mr. Assange will have to be extradited from Britain to the U.S., a move that his legal team will likely fight. The existence of an indictment against Mr. Assange has accidentally been revealed in an unrelated court filing November 2017. In a statement, the Home Office said, quote, "We can confirm that Julian Assange was arrested in relation to a provisional extradition request from the United States of America. He is accused in the United States of America of computer-related offenses," end quote. Well, I don't know. This is crazy. In my eyes, this man is a patriot. He's a hero who should be taken out for a steak dinner and given a ticker tape parade. Let's watch this video and see what it says.
How do you feel? They lost.
Yes.
UK lost.
Here is an article and a video by Fox News. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange arrested after Ecuador withdraws asylum. Written by Ryan Gatos at Fox News. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange was charged Thursday with conspiracy to commit computer intrusion for aiding Chelsea Manning in the cracking of a password to a classified U.S. government computer in 2010, the U.S. Justice Department announced hours after Assange's arrest in London. Assange is accused of engaging in a conspiracy with Manning, the former U.S. Army analyst, in breaking a password stored on a U.S. Defense Department computer connected to a U.S. government computer network for classified documents and communications, the Justice Department said. Manning later transmitted a trove of classified government files to Assange, whose website posted the materials to a worldwide audience. Cracking the password allowed Manning to use a different username rather than her own, officials said. Julian Assange's arrest draws fierce international reaction. You got that shit right. During the conspiracy, Manning and Assange engaged in real-time discussions regarding Manning's transmission of classified records to Assange, the Justice Department said. The discussions also reflect Assange actively encouraging Manning to provide more information. During the exchange, Manning told Assange that after this upload, that's all I really have got left, to which Assange replied, "Curious eyes never run dry in my experience." Assange faces a maximum of 5 years in prison if he's convicted of the charge. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He pleaded innocent to a separate charge of failing to surrender to a Swedish court and skipping bail while in a British courtroom. However, the court found him guilty of breaching his bail conditions. Yeah, breaching his bail conditions for charges that have been dropped. Yeah, no wonder. Earlier Thursday, Assange was carried out of the Ecuadorian embassy in London in the arms of British police, who arrested him in a dramatic scene that ended Assange's nearly 7-year stay at the embassy and left the world watching to see if the anti-secrecy site would retaliate. Moments before the stunning arrest, Ecuador announced it had withdrawn Assange's asylum for repeatedly violating international conventions and protocol. Ecuadorian President Lenin Moreno described the decision to withdraw Assange's asylum as a sovereign decision because of his alleged repeated violations. Quote, "Today I announced that the discourteous and aggressive behavior of Mr. Julian Assange, the hostile and threatening declarations of its allied organization against Ecuador, and especially the transgression of international treaties, have left the situation to a point where the asylum of Mr. Assange is unsustainable and no longer viable," end quote, Moreno said in a video statement posted on Twitter. Video of Assange's arrest showed him with a full white beard holding an unidentified magazine and yelling something to reporters, though it was unclear what he said. Ecuadorian Foreign Minister Jose Valencia told Telemazonius, whatever the hell that is, this week, that living in the embassy indefinitely is bad for Assange's state of mind, his health, but Assange has a right to a fair trial and a right to a defense. London's Metropolitan Police vowed earlier this month to arrest the 47-year-old Australian native if he left the embassy. Assange faces possible extradition to the U.S. for publishing thousands of classified military and diplomatic cables through WikiLeaks. I tell you what, folks. If it wasn't for this man, we would never, ever have uncovered all of the corruption and all of the evil shit that this government has been doing since forever. If it wasn't for this man, the emails from Hillary Clinton and John Podesta would never have seen the light of day. This man and Seth Rich, among a few others, are heroes. They should be lauded as heroes. And if it comes to be determined that the Ecuadorian embassy is acting on behalf of the deep state, we should expel all Ecuadorian ambassadors out of the United States and declare war against Ecuador. This is ridiculous. Absolutely freaking ridiculous.
Now with the news breaking from London on Julian Assange, townhall.com, co-host of Benson and Harp, and a Fox News contributor. Guy, good morning to you. I don't know if you've seen the statement of the Department of Justice. Reading through it again here, the charge relates to Assange's alleged role in one of the largest compromises of classified information in the history of the United States. Let's react on this first, based on what we're learning, Guy.
Well, I think this is a positive development. Julian Assange, I don't think, is a freedom fighter.
What the fuck did you just say? He's not a freedom fighter. If it wasn't for Julian Assange, all of this corrupt shit in this government would never been uncovered. What the fuck are you talking about?
You might argue that some of the transparency that he's facilitated could be a good thing.
I guess Julian Assange's crime of being probably the world's greatest journalist is a lot worse than the crimes he exposed. Pedivores all over the country. Pedivores in the United States government. Pedivores in the United Kingdom's government. Secret spy programs facilitated by the NSA to spy on everyone. I guess his crime is a lot worse than theirs, huh? Asshole.
But I think the evidence is pretty clear, and our intelligence community obviously believes that he is an asset of the Kremlin.
Oh, here we go again with the fucking Russia shit. I'm tired of this fucking Russia shit. He's an asset of the Kremlin. You stupid motherfucker. I will never watch Fox News again after this shit. This is bullshit. Fucking Russia. Poke Russia in your ass, you dumb motherfucker.
The Kremlin has been a hostile power to U.S. interests, and we have national security secrets for a reason. He helped expose them.
Yeah, we have national security secrets for a reason. To protect all the fucking criminals that have been running around our government for the last 100 fucking years. Yeah, we have fucking national security concerns for a fucking reason. Stupid, 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 asshole, brainwashed motherfuckers in this country.
And I hope that he gets a fair trial, which he should. I hope he gets extradited to the U.S., of course, and faces justice.
Also in this statement refers to Chelsea Manning. Manning using the computers to download classified records and transmit the WikiLeaks. Clearly, the U.S. government thinks there was a conspiracy between the two of them. We're going to be a lot on this throughout the day.
Let me explain to you what you just heard in that last few seconds of Fox News. This is what Ellen G. White, in her book Desire of Ages, called a covert negative. It's a little thing that goes in there and makes you doubt something. Are you kidding me? A Russian agent? You gotta be out of your fucking mind, Haas. You gotta be out of your fucking mind. This man exposed WikiLeaks emails from the Hildebeest, John Podesta, and a whole bunch of other people that they never denied were factual. Now, whether he came into them by hacking or by being given to him on a flash drive is immaterial. This is a crime of exposing a crime. And here's a non sequitur for you. The tape of Huma Abedin and Hillary Clinton torturing a little girl to death, which was discovered on the Peter Tweeter's computer, is a crime to own it. It's a crime to have it. So if I have it in my hand and I take it to the fucking FBI and I said, here's the fucking tape proving that this bitch is a fucking pedivore along with all the other motherfuckers, who's gonna get arrested? Me. It's been proven by Kim.com, who will come and testify, that Julian Assange got the WikiLeaks emails from Seth Rich, not by hacking. Nobody hacked shit. You got that? Nobody hacked a fucking thing. It was taken out of the skiff by Seth Rich on a USB drive and mailed to Julian Assange. Here's the fucking emails that prove that Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, all these other scumbag motherfuckers are committing treason against the United States of America. And 3 years later, we have still these motherfuckers running around. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take to lock these motherfuckers up? I guess we gotta do it ourselves, huh? I guess people in the United States gotta be enough up to here with this fucking bullshit with the Russia. Now Julian Assange is working for the fucking Russians. You'd have been taken out and fucking strapped to a fucking yucca tree and hung the fuck up. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Hello?
Man, what a fucking clusterfuck, bro.
You got it.
Oh man, this can go both ways. But you know, even Fox News really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the thing about a video about Fox News saying that now he's in Julian Assange is hooked up with the Russians. He's a Russian agent, and the emails were hacked. Now we know the emails were given to him by Seth Rich. Even Kim.com said so. So what the fuck is Fox News doing, blowing smoke up everybody's ass? They're fucking full of shit like the rest of them.
I don't know, but that video I made in 18 of 18 says of President Trump saying, like before he went on that show with that dude on, I forget what one, whatever the case may be, he said that Julian Assange should be, they should have the death penalty for Julian Assange.
Well, I don't agree with that. That's bullshit because
I don't either.
If it wasn't for Julian Assange, none of this shit would have happened.
Listen, just because I say it and put it out, it's what I do. But I'm going to tell you, me, you, the fucking guy next door, 18 million miles away, none of us are safe if he gets tried and convicted. We're all fucked. All of us people that make videos are fucked. Anybody that does any kind of journalism and not licensed, we're fucked.
Licensed? I don't have to be licensed to be a journalist. This is the First Amendment, motherfucker. That's my license. The First Amendment is my fucking license. Come and take it from me, motherfucker.
I understand it. Don't get mad at me for saying what I say. Just think about what I say.
I'm thinking what you're saying. This is a travesty. That it's like what you said. Is it a worse crime for you to hack into Google to find out they're fucking you than for Google to be fucking you and a million other fucking people?
That's right. You got it. Which one's worse?
I got to commit a crime to find out that to prove that you're committing a crime.
Oh,
just like the humor tape, just like the snuff film tape with Hillary Clinton and Uber Abedin. I can't have it because it's a crime. If I had it on a USB drive and I went to the FBI and said, "Here's the proof that this cunt is fucking killing, eating," they'll arrest me.
Yep.
What kind of shit is that?
I understand. In another thing that just announced, 36 court indictments against Michael Avenetti.
Now here's what Stony is talking about from the Washington Compost of all things. Michael Avenetti charged with 36 federal crimes, including tax fraud and bank fraud. Grand jury indicts Michael Avenetti on 36 new charges. Federal prosecutors announced the 36-count indictment Thursday against Michael Avenetti, the high-profile lawyer best known for his public attacks on President Trump, accusing Avenetti of stealing millions of dollars from his clients and using that money to pay for, among other things, a $5 million jet he co-owned. Nick Hanna, the U.S. Attorney in Los Angeles, announced the indictment at a news conference Thursday afternoon, expanding on the criminal charges filed against him last month. The Los Angeles case is not related to a separate set of charges Avenetti faces in New York for allegedly trying to extort millions of dollars from the athletic wear company Nike. I'll leave a link in the description for you to read this article for yourself.
36 indictments. U.S. officials announced 36 indictments. I just did it live. Scumbag fucker.
Unfucking believable. What the fuck? Are we being lubed again for the
6th and the 10th, didn't I? I said it'll start the 6th. You'll start seeing it by the 10th. Today's the 11th. Seen a little bit last night, and it started today on the 11th. I fucking told you that a month ago. Everybody told me this date, that date, this date. No, I know what dates.
Now, you think this fucking shit is a psyop to get Julian Assange over here to testify, or is this some fucking deep state bullshit?
I'm hoping this is a psyop to get him over here and get him to testify, and then give him amnesty or whatever, or give him president gives you it.
Because he didn't hack a goddamn thing. He didn't hack shit. All he did was take information that somebody gave him.
But he can't give up the source, so he's going to have to take the blame. That's the way that works. He ain't going to give up the source. If it was Seth Rich and Seth Rich is dead, hell yeah, give him up. What the hell does it matter?
Yeah, but maybe he ain't dead. Maybe that's the secret that they keep him. That's why he can't. That's why
Assange is going to get fucked on it. If he don't give up his source, which they should never make him.
You can't make a journalist give up their sources. That's been in the Supreme Court so many times. It's not even funny.
They said who it was. It's a girl, woman, leaked it all to him. They already know who it is. They just got to get him to say it.
Well, they're saying that he helped her hack a password.
Yeah.
To get into all these databases, so they wouldn't know where the source was.
Well, they worked for him. She worked for him. The DNC servers.
Well, like you say, is it a worse crime for him to expose the bigger crime, or what? How come they don't prosecute the bigger crimes? Because why? Because it was illegal for him to go and get the shit out of there that they were hiding for the last fucking 100 years?
I don't know, but I can tell you this: Trump ain't said a fucking word yet. I've been nailed to the screen looking.
Unbelievable.
Julian Assange ain't said a fucking word. He just, him and his old lady just welcomed the South Korea's Moon Jae and his wife G.
You know, I just find it very curious that all of this shit is happening just on the eve of this FISA shit dropping.
Well, they're talking about the FISA memo could drop any minute today.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they arrested him, to take the eyes off what's really happening. What's really happening is this shit that exposed treason and fucking a conspiracy to overthrow a sitting president. Now everybody's looking at Julian Assange getting arrested, and Ecuador, the UK committed a war crime by walking into the U.S. embassy, the Ecuadorian embassy.
No, the embassy threw him out.
It doesn't matter. They gave him asylum.
I understand that. But look, Julian Assange hasn't seen a doctor in 7 years.
He looks like shit.
He looks like shit. Julian Assange was just...
He looks like a fucking 80-year-old man with that beard and... Oh, my God.
He's like, fuck it, you know? So maybe Julian Assange is just like, I don't care no more. Do what you got to do.
Man, I tell you what, the man's a hero. If it wasn't for him and Kim.com, we would never have heard of any of this shit. Him and Seth Rich. Seth Rich and the Peter tweeter. Because the Peter tweeter kept all that shit on his computer.
Yep.
And I wish the fuck I had that. I wish the fuck I had that tape of Umar Abedin and Hillary Clinton. I would go to Walmart, put a fucking disguise on, buy a cell phone with cash, go to the Starbucks somewhere in West Bumblefuck and use the VPN and upload that shit everywhere. And by the time they figured out what the fuck it was, it would be all over the goddamn place, just like the New Zealand fake video.
Okay, well, you have access to it.
I don't have access to it.
I don't either.
I don't want it. That's what I'm saying. It's a crime to fucking have it. So, yeah, you're fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't. What kind of shit is if you have evidence of a crime to turn it over to the FBI? I had nothing to do with this shit.
There's a nines in this world that have it, for sure.
Well, now's the time to drop it.
Well, ain't nobody dropping it. You ain't seen it yet.
Well, now's the time for somebody over where the U.S. has no jurisdiction to go drop that shit all over on the chans, on YouTube, on fucking Facebook, on every fucking where. By the time they figure out what the fuck is going on, it'll be done.
Waiting for it, dude. They are waiting for it. You'd have to use something else like that other site that I showed you.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and let it trend.
Unbelievable.
That other site now?
No, I have it, but I didn't sign up for
it.
I understand it.
Okay then. Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's all. I'm done talking about it. All I can tell you is there's a lot of shit going on, and I can't figure out what Julian Assange is trying to do, because if they make the wrong move or he makes the wrong move, guess what?
Well, they're either trying to whack him like they did with Seth Rich, or there's an underlying plan by the Trump people to get him over here so he's safe.
They'll win our First Amendment right if they do anything. How about that? Our First Amendment is gone.
Yeah, the whole Constitution is gone. Been gone since 9/11, since the day after 9/11 when they passed that fucking Patriot Act bullshit.
In your face reality. It's called in-your-face reality. And these scumbags on Google, these fucking scumbags on Google and YouTube, these fucking scumbags are waiting. They will not let nothing trend. Anybody on our side, or, you know, just speaking the truth, will not trend at all. I don't give a fuck what you title it. Julian Assange, WikiLeaks founder, arrested. 127 views. Been up since 9:09 a.m.
That's what you're telling. That's what they're telling you. But who knows?
I'm the one that explained that to you. I get it. But the point is, it's not trending.
Right.
You understand? Yours ain't going to trend. You might get more than me because you're not monetized before they catch it and they'll slow it down. Look, man. Another one. U.S. Officials announced 36 count indictment against Michael Avenetti. 174 views. Really? Julian Assange arrested. It's a dark day. 101 views.
Unbelievable. I hear you.
Really? The one I got that's got the most views of today. Julian Assange arrested. 479 views.
Unbelievable.
The most. Yeah. I've got damn near a million subs. Fuck it in. What the fuck? Let me tell you. I can tell you what they have done with this bullshit. They've connected you to me to the ones that are left. Us truthers are about 50% of us that are left can actually, the ones that comment, the ones they've categorized our ass, and they give us a quarter, if not maybe half, of the people alive that are on our team that think the way we do and talk the way we do and comment the way we do. About a quarter, maybe a little more. No more than maximum 50% of, like, let's say 5,000 people get our content. And that don't mean that we're not getting it advertised to like 300 of us. The rest of the world has been cut off from us. That's what's going on. But them are the ones that they're showing us. But them, they're trending our shit and making money. Massive. They're showing it to everybody. I don't even know if we're fake views. But I know that our percentage that we see are only the little group we have alive left on this platform. I can prove that.
Well, there's other platforms. Unfortunately, they don't. As far as
what I'm saying to you are factual, huh?
I'm saying, you know, there is other platforms that we know that are not going to censor the shit. But I'm not starting another one either. I'll be happy with the radio show.
That's what I'm talking about. I could give a shit.
I could give a shit about this fucking crap because one of two things is going to happen. It's going to go over to the deep state, and they're going to be, you know, one bullshit story after the other.
You got it.
Or it's going to be regulated as a public utility, which is what he should have did. Well, you know,
they're going to do that either. I'm going to tell you, if they bring Julian Assange to the United States, you might as well just kiss the whole thing goodbye, and our asses are in deep shit. They're going to go. They went after him. They're going after the rest of us.
They don't have the people to go after all of us.
Deleted every video. They still own it. So how many times have you said that one? So it might not be publicized, but they will use it against you. Even though it's gone.
Why are they going to use it against me? You know, they don't have the. First of all, Stony, they don't have this. They don't have the unless they call out the military, which they don't have control over. They have no fucking way of arresting everybody. So by arresting a couple of little fucking guys like us. We're just little guys. I'm just sitting in my fucking living room smoking a cigarette, drinking coffee. You're going to arrest me? Arrest me. You know what? You're going to start a civil war that you're not going to be able to win. Yeah,
don't
they're not going to be able to win it. They're going to fuck around for 10 years, and we're going to be like the Viet Cong. There's going to be a rifle behind every fucking blade of grass, and every time you turn around, there's going to be some dead motherfucking commie bastard laying in the street. That's what they want.
And that's
I've been saying that for years.
To start promoting. No more of this playing with them shit. We got to promote. Look, it's time for us to get together. Like now, today. Let's start today and tomorrow and the next day. Bigger, grow. And let's take this fucking shit back. Or, you know what? Just put a bullet in your fucking head. Period. You're useless if you can't fight.
That's
old
right.
people, you're useless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't fight, motherfucker. You're useless. You're done. Hang it up. You're going to starve to death.
Well, that's what Hitler said. If you can't fight, you're done. Hitler said that himself.
Exactly. Well, I don't give a fuck what he said, but I'm just telling you what I'm saying. If you can't fight, motherfucker, you're done.
Yeah. Well,
that's a sad,
the only people only half the people in this country, they've been so complacent and so brainwashed by all the bullshit that's on the news, and they got so comfortable sitting in their fucking living room listening to the bullshit come over the TV set all fucking day that they won't even react when the Gestapo's at their door, and they're not gonna react when the Gestapo's at your door or my door. They could give a shit. That's one more. As long as they don't fuck with me, I'm good. As long as they fuck with me, I'm good. All right. Well, they're gonna fuck with everybody else. Then they'll get to you. Then what you gonna do? You're gonna sit down and spread your ass cheeks because you're gonna get it up the ass. That's what's gonna happen.
I know. Well, they don't really give a fuck. I mean, sad to say. I don't know, man. It's sad to say, but it's just the way it is. I mean, somebody has to do something. A group of motherfuckers have to do something.
Well, I thought the group of motherfuckers was the U.S. military that got Trump in office and are protecting him because they tried to take him out, a dozen times already?
Yeah.
So all they have to be is yeah. I mean, do the people who follow Trump really give a fucking shit if they cap his ass tomorrow? I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder.
I don't think they do.
I'm beginning to wonder. They're gonna.
But you know what I mean? What are they going to do? They're going to go, oh, Kennedy died. They should have did that shit when Kennedy died. They should have fucking band together and fucking went after him.
Well, you know what? The whole government is corrupt. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm done picking fly shit out of pepper. As far as I'm concerned, the whole goddamn government is corrupt. They all need to be taken out.
All the way to the president.
All the way to the president.
And beyond.
Yeah. We don't need it. I don't need the government to do shit for me. Come and get my garbage, and if you don't want to do that, I'll contract somebody to do it. I don't need this shit.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say, look, I tried. You failed me. Is it time for you to unfail each other? If it is, we need something put together yesterday. That's my opinion. Tried to tell everybody, we're out of fucking time. Nobody wanted to listen. Now, you're starting to see it. I told everybody a month ago, be on the lookout for the 6th and the 10th. Between then, shit will start, and you're not going to believe it. And it did. And now you're seeing it. It's the 11th. From early this morning, I told you shit was hitting the fan a month ago on these dates. Did I not?
Well, now, I think that all this shit is a distraction. It's a distraction,
I've already had 10 people say, damn, Stone. I said, I fucking tried to tell you. 10 people today said, damn, Stone. You're fucking right. Shit's hitting the fan. I said, I fucking told you. Sal's like, have you moved to the mountains yet? Like being a smart ass. I'm like, you'll see. I don't know. 8 minutes later, I figure out Julian Assange got arrested. All this shit's happening. Today, the 11th. Told him yesterday, I said, shit's going to hit the fan, bro. I'm just telling you, watch.
Well, I ain't gonna. All this shit with the news, that they're all complicit in this shit. Even Fox News, to say that shit out of your mouth that you know is bullshit. That Julian Assange didn't hack a fucking thing. Seth Rich gave him that shit.
Yep.
And he's perfectly within his editorial rights as a journalist to put that shit out there. Been through the fucking Supreme Court a million fucking times already.
I can tell you this. They're gonna fuck around and kill him, so somebody is. Either they know the president's gonna do something and they're gonna kill him before he gets there to testify or something. You understand? That's what's happening. So, and if they get to if they get to Julian Assange, it doesn't matter.
Well, I assume that he has some dead man switches in place.
Well, I know for a fact he does.
So then, if they fuck with him, they know the shit's going to come down on him. But what the hell good is it? How much shit that came down over the past 3 years on these fucking people, and they're still walking around?
I don't know.
And they're still walking around. So who the fuck do they have in their pocket? Look at all the people that quit. The guy from Twitter, he quit. The guy from what do you call it? From Facebook, they're ready to fucking pounce on his ass. He lied in Congress. He lied before all these people. Well, what do you know about frazzled drip? And he's sitting there with that fucking dot on his head, denying that he fucking heard it. It's biggest trending fucking shit that happened on his platform. Are you kidding me?
I hear you, man.
You know what we need? We need a posse of civilians. We need about 10,000 posse of civilians to go march on Washington and just take all these motherfuckers out. That's what we need.
On Washington, walk up in that bitch like Rambo and take the whole government over.
Yeah, it'd be like that movie, Law-Abiding Citizen. I'm gonna pull down this whole shit right down on top of you.
I'm just getting warmed up. This is von Clausewitz shit. Total fucking war. I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gonna be biblical.
Unbelievable.
Make your own movie. Fuck everybody else's movie. Be the motherfucking man to walk up there and take the bitch over. We don't need your bullshit.
I mean, what that? You're paying all these fucking people congressional. We're paying all these people congressional salaries to go around and cover up their bullshit that they've been doing for the last 100 fucking years. Who needs this shit?
Nobody. I don't.
I don't need this shit.
I don't want it.
You know.
I'll tell you right now, I refuse. I fucking refuse.
Unbelievable.
Don't need it, don't want it, I refuse.
Unreal.
I'm just saying. It's fucking horrible, but you know what? Nobody's gave a fuck yet, so look, you're going to think you got 10,000 there, and when you walk and get out of your car all proud and you see all these fucking people walking around in Washington and shit, and you're standing there with your gun and your sign, and nobody's there for you, they're just conducting business.
I hear you, man.
You're going to be standing there by yourself. You and one other motherfucker that's got some balls. Probably me and you together.
Well, we ever get this radio station together, they're gonna be sorry they ever fucked with us.
For that radio station, dude, we're gonna have a fucking civil war. I'm not gonna stop on it. I'm just telling you, shit's gonna hit the fan way before we get live with Dave and Stone. Doesn't matter. We're gonna have a civil war, and ain't a motherfucker gonna listen to shit. And I'm not gonna be like a duck sitting in one spot when this shit hits the fan. I'm gonna be moving the fuck around.
I hear
tell
you.
you right now, I ain't sitting still. If we can do that shit with a cell phone on the fly, let's go. But
Man.
I'm telling you, dude, shit hit the fan. I told you a year ago. We're out of time. I told you a month ago. Whoa! Too late. Fuck it. Humanity reset. Because nobody listened.
Man.
Now we're at that point, dude. There's nothing. We can't do shit. Don't try to save the world. Try to save your ass.
Yeah.
You know? Hopefully you can get enough motherfuckers together to save each other's ass. And you're going to lose some of them. This is what I'm telling you. There's no time, Dave. It's over.
Man.
You're done. I'm done. Do whatever you can do, the best you can, and fuck it. Because I'm going to tell you, this shit happens with Julian Assange. Dude, you know that Susie 3D?
Yeah.
She's already live right now. Fucking Kim.com was just on there a couple of minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, she had Kim.com on? Yeah?
Fuck yeah, Kim.com.
Fuck.
Talking about, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we haven't heard from him in a while. What's he up to?
He's kept his, I don't know. I kind of shut it off listening. You called me. You know, the people been driving me fucking nuts with the shit, and I can't do nothing about it. I done warned them. Yeah, I told you, fuck off. You wouldn't get on board back then. We couldn't get nothing going, so you guys are so slick, but now you want to call me, right? Because, the shit's going to hit the fan and you need protection. Sorry, you're on your own. I needed you before. Now you need me. Guess what? I don't need you. Our group, our little bitty group, just need to get the fuck to that underground bunker and fight them bitches as they're trying to get in.
Unbelievable.
Get to that underground city. Take that bitch over.
Fucking unbelievable.
That's what needs to happen. Go in there and take that bitch over. You know?
Well, supposedly they got underground cities and fucking high-speed rails that go all over the fucking place.
They do. My uncle told me years ago about it. How he was delivering shit for the military back in the 70s.
Unreal.
I'm just saying.
All right, my friend. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right,
I got this fucking video. This video will be up in an hour or so.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Take care.
Good luck.
Please subscribe to our backup channels, Whirlwind Revolt, Inglorious Patriots, and Net for Truth USA 2 Patriot channel. You can also find us at Net for Truth USA on BitChute. We fly so close to the target, we're on our 4th fighter jet. We will be relentless truth seekers until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/net4truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.